Windsor SACCO. Together we strive.
Hello, members. My name is Mugoya Noah from Windsor SACCO in Entebbe. Today, I have come with some of the key important loan questions and answers which a member should first take into consideration before taking a loan. Some of these questions are general. Actually, this information is only not for Windsor SACCO members, but to the general public or to any individual who would wish to borrow from any financial institution. One, you need first ask yourself whether there is need for money or necessity before taking a loan. Don't borrow because out of bandwagon or because of other business partners are borrowing. Don't borrow because of peer pressure, but you should go in for a loan after taking a borrowing needs assessment and find out that really you need the money. Because remember, loan is an obligation where you are supposed to pay monthly or weekly or daily. So in case you go in for unnecessary loan, you might get problems in the near future. Question number 2 is the amount you need or how much money do I need. Before taking a loan, you shouldn't also just go without taking into consideration what we could call still a borrowing needs assessment. For example, if it is a business loan, you can first list out the items you need to purchase. Contact the suppliers and inquire about the prices even before, such that it will help you to know exactly how much money you need. This one helps us to avoid overestimating the amount of money you need or underestimating the amount of money. If you need a loan for building, for example, you can involve a technical person, especially an architecture, such that he can help you to list down or to give you a list of the costs of materials and other expenses. This still helps you to avoid overestimating and underestimating. In some organizations, they don't give more than one loan. So if you underestimated, bring in problems of becoming a multiple borrower, because due to fear to go back to Windsor SACCO, it will again now prompt you to go to another lender such that you can get the amount you wanted before. But what brings this? It's because you did not uh, prepare yourself, or you did not take into consideration this question of how much money you need to know or a borrowing needs assessment. Another factor or point number 3 is the capacity to pay or an income gap. Before borrowing, my friend, it would be advisable that you visit your SACCO. Some of this information is for free, they don't charge it. So you go and inquire from the loans officer how much you are supposed to pay for a particular amount of money you need. They will compute for you how much you are supposed to pay per month, such that this one can help you to gauge yourself or to gauge your capacity to repay. For example, if your capacity is to pay 500,000, then you went and inquired about a certain amount of money you need. After computing, it comes to 700. Then that means that you don't have capacity to pay that loan. Then it will help you to make the necessary adjustments such that you take a loan which you can comfortably and ably pay without any problems. As we said before, remember, loan is an obligation. You are supposed to pay a certain amount of money per month, what we call monthly installments. Once you fail to pay on time, you will get problems. You can lose friends if you are taken to court. You can lose the guarantors, especially who sign for you. You can even lose your property, which you had pledged as a security. So, before taking a loan, please, you are advisable to go and carry out such research, to carry out this kind of research. Another important issue or factor to consider is the interest rate. My dear friend, before borrowing, I would advise that it is very important to visit your SACCO or any financial institution where you intend to borrow and ask about the interest rate. For example, is it monthly? Is it annually? Is it flat rate or reducing balance? Because this interest rate also differs. Different interest rate type uh, gives a different uh, uh, result at the end, or the total amount interest you are supposed to pay on a particular loan. So once you have got to know the how the interest rate is computed, because this interest is added on the principal amount, then you get the total amount of loan you are supposed to pay, which helps you to know how much you are supposed to pay per month or per day or per week, depending on how your financial institution uh, operates. Another factor or point is the terms and conditions of payment. It is also very important before taking a loan to find out how are you supposed to pay. Is it monthly? Is it daily? Is it weekly? For example, a salary earner, it wouldn't be really uh, advisable or even practically to go in for a loan whereby its terms of payment is daily or weekly. This loan will go bad even in the very first week or on the very first day, because your way of earning is monthly. Then how can you go in for a loan where you are supposed to pay daily or weekly? So whenever we are borrowing, we should take into consideration at least some of these key important questions or factors before borrowing, such that it can enable us to pay uh, very successfully. So my members and any other person who intends to borrow, this is the advice that before borrowing, we should always take into consideration some of these questions before taking a loan, such that we can avoid the repercussions of failure to pay that can bring in a lot of problems to you, the borrower, your guarantors, your family, and even friends or even the institution. So please, we should always take note of the above. Thank you very much.
Windsor SACCO. Together we strive.